the estrogen dominance issue in men, the man boobs, the inability to, you're working out and the muscles aren't moving. They don't show. You're not getting the definition you used to get when you were younger. And I can tell you as a 48-year-old, my energy, my vitality is better than it was in my 20s. So it's possible, you guys. It's possible to reverse it. My goal is to be able to rival my kids in whatever activities they're doing and to have fun with them and not just be that old mom. And I know a lot of women go to the doctor and complain about the weight gain and the fatigue and the hair loss. And the doctor says, well, that's just part of aging. That's part of menopause. And that doesn't have to be the answer. So my husband goes to the gym and he goes, Sarah, every single guy there is on steroids or injecting themselves with testosterone. And I don't want to do that because obviously the side effects. So these peptides are an alternative to that. Why don't we talk about the side effects of why you don't want to be doing the steroids or the testosterone injections possibly?
So I'm going to counter you a little bit, Sarah. We're going to have a little fun here briefly. What I find when I work with men who are experiencing the negative consequences of testosterone, low testosterone, we talk about the different options, and we go through, there are really three ways of getting your testosterone back to where it needs to be, okay? And that is, number one, natural, which every guy should be doing, and that is number one, strength training. You have to be lifting heavy weights, big muscles, back muscles, core muscles, quads, hamstrings, the big muscles on a regular, consistent basis. Running on a treadmill, running long distances, cardiovascular aerobic exercise is great, but it's not going to boost testosterone levels. It's strength training. Reducing stress in your life, lowering cortisol, improving quality of sleep, getting the right micronutrients, getting the right macronutrients. All of these things matter when it comes to raising testosterone, but it may raise your free testosterone from a crummy 5 up to, let's say, 6.5, and you need to be at 20. Okay. So natural approaches, whatever you do, yes, you need that, but that's often not enough. Then there are ways that you can stimulate your own body to produce testosterone, such as peptides, which we'll dive into, I'm sure, which can help stimulate the pituitary to make more testosterone. We can use pharmaceuticals, HCG, which is human chorionic gonadotropin, commonly thought of in women when you're pregnant, you're measuring your HCG levels. We can use HCG in men because it acts just like luteinizing hormone to stimulate the testicles to produce more testosterone. So HCG is a good pharmaceutical. And then medications like Clomid and clomiphene, these are pharmaceuticals that, yes, they're drugs, but they're very effective at stimulating your body to produce testosterone the normal way it's supposed to, okay? Some side effects of those, Clomid can cause some psychological issues, some mood problems, and that's why N-clomiphene came along as a cleaner drug for that purpose. So that's the second category, natural, stimulate your body, or give testosterone. Now, giving testosterone has gotten a bad rap, and it's gotten a bad rap because of a number of reasons. Number one, doctors will often not understand the nuance of how to give testosterone. They'll give too much and not understand how to adjust the dosing correctly. So when you give testosterone therapy, and that could be done either through injections, through topical, or through pellets, and there are pros and cons of all those, it will stimulate increased estrogen levels. And estrogen is thought of as the enemy, but estrogen is not the enemy. It's the enemy when the ratio between testosterone and estrogen is out of balance. Mm-hmm. Okay. And so there's a lot of nuance there. So when you look at the side effects of testosterone therapy, lower extremity swelling, breast tenderness, breast enlargement, mood issues, tearful, crying, emotional kind of stuff, all of that is actually, in fact, tied to problems with correctly and appropriately managing estrogen levels. And so my loving counter would be that I actually fully support testosterone therapy done in the right way for the right guy. in conjunction with the natural lifestyle approaches as well.
And would you first address somebody with the peptides before doing the testosterone injections?
Great question. So my philosophy is we have this complex human operating system. Male, female, they're all different, obviously. Our genetics dictate a lot of it. But we have this complex system that has a lot of inputs into that system. Okay. And those inputs into your system are affecting what? The output. Energy, vitality, cognitive function, sexual performance, body composition, etc. It's all related to the inputs into your system. And those inputs are nutrition, stress, sleep, fitness, toxins. Your hormone levels are inputs into that system. And all of these inputs are affecting that outcome. And so what I personally believe is until you fix all of those inputs, peptides don't have a role. And I love peptides. I'm one of the biggest proponents of peptides. Peptides are amazing. But the way I look at peptides they are the icing on your cake. And if you haven't baked your cake, you damn well don't get the frosting yet.